How's it going, guys? And usually I'm not the type of guy who actually likes to make videos on stuff I've picked up, any kind of game hauls, but this one I had to do, I felt I had to do for a certain reason. I was supposed to do this on Sunday, but my camcorder stopped working, so right now I'm using my DSLR, and I'm hoping the quality looks pretty good. It's always been pretty good, but my camcorder's done better, but I need to fix the pins on that. But that's off topic. But on Saturday, something really cool happened. I was at my booth at Frank's, and a guy came in, and he asked if he just tried to trade in some PSP and DS stuff. All loose stuff, nothing impressive, just cool little stuff I can sell. And then he asked if I was interested in Sega stuff. I said yeah. He ended up coming back maybe an hour and a half later, and he brought me something really cool, and I'll go ahead and show that off in a bit. But in the end, he's like, I have a bunch of games. So we ended up talking, and I gave him my number, told him he can go ahead and text or call me, and in the end he just invited me over to his place. And what was really cool was he was a former Sega employee back in the 90s. He showed me around. Him and his family were really hospitable and really nice, so it was really cool. I spent about 2.5 hours over there, and we just went through a bunch of stuff. But for me, I was there longer because I got to learn from the guy, see what he's been through, and it was really cool. And he was collecting stuff for a long time. His passion was something different, but he still enjoyed the video games, which is really cool. And he just didn't have the use for a lot of stuff. He kept a bunch of things that he's still going to play, which was completely cool. He had some games he kept that he worked on, which was even cooler. He even had something that I really wanted, and I might get down the line. He even said I could borrow it, which was a Sonic Letterman jacket. I'm going to post some pictures so you guys can see that. I'm just going to go through this stuff. And it was a really cool and rich history kind of thing. So that's why I made this video. I've got about 4 bags, just from what I picked up at his place. And there's more, stuff that he brought into the booth earlier. So I'm going to show a lot of that stuff off, and kind of talk about it a bit too. Alright, so let's go through some of the stuff. As I mentioned, he started off by bringing some DS, PSP stuff. So I've got everything in these bags. All loose PSP games, all loose DS games. Well, not entirely loose. He didn't keep all the cases, but he kept all the manuals. So there's like 40, 50 some UMDs and everything. A couple of movies. Get into the cool stuff. He had some old school Sonic toys. So I got to buy those off him because he realized I was a huge Sonic fan. Old school Sonic Adventure plush. Still brand new, still tagged and everything. Another Sonic. This is from a company called Resource. Never seen these before. Back in the 90s, and I was a Sonic fan, but I wasn't a huge one, so I didn't go out and buy everything. Another one from the Resource company, Big Sonic Adventure. This one actually sounds terrible, but still looks pretty cool. It's again brand new. This one was one of my favorites. Well, not my favorite, but I thought it was really cool. Sonic Mountain Quest. Never opened this either. Looks like a version of Sonic Pinball for real life. I haven't opened this yet. I'm probably going to open it a little later and play with it. But it's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. We got a minifig. Eyes kind of worn out, so maybe see if somebody can go ahead and fix that. Bunch of Game Gear games. Nothing super impressive. But there's like 20 in there. This one was pretty cool. Brought in a Sega Game Gear bag. I haven't seen one of these in forever. He brought 2 of them actually when he came into the booth. I was like, oh, okay, I guess he's got 2 Sega Game Gears. Actually, one of them had a Sega Game Gear. The other one had 2 Sega Nomads. This one still has the original sticker on it, so it wasn't really used. They're all both perfect condition. The battery packs, the chargers, and everything. So that was a really nice thing he brought in. Now, okay, two more things. Sonic, or actually I should say game gloves featuring Sonic. Super cool gloves for video game play, bike riding, playing sports, or just having fun. And then a little like stress ball kind of toy. Game ball as they call it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull out all the games so you can kind of take a look at what I picked up. Alright, so I just went ahead and took everything out of the bags. What we have here is about 43 Saturn games, 22 Genesis games. He pretty much had taken everything out and put them in sleeves. Well, not a sleeve, but one of those hard cases. So you can just store multiple games. Kept the cases somewhere else with the manuals. But he had pretty much every single thing complete. Half of this stuff was just never touched. Hence why he just didn't have any attachment to it. So we worked something out. Got a good deal on everything. I was glad I could help him out at the same time too. But there was a lot of cool stuff in here. A lot of sports. NFL 97, Fighters Mega Mix, 98, we got Croc, Last Bronx, Virtua Fighter Kids, Ska, Daytona USA Champion, regular Daytona, some Sky games, Sega Rally, regular Daytona, Battle of Toshinden, Gex, Street Fighter Alpha, more sports games, Super Puzzle Fighter, which was a really cool one to get, Deep Slope Slider, which a lot of people have been asking about. I've never heard about that game before, but I had a lot of friends going, hey, tell me about that game. Sonic 3D Blast, Virtua Fighter, Rayman, some of the better stuff, Panzer Dragon's Way, Sonic R, Sonic Jam, Bases Loaded, which was pretty cool, for Genesis. Let me pull this one out. This one was pretty cool. Let's see. I've never seen a complete one. I know they exist, but a Sega 6-pack. Just never seen one complete. Every time I see one, they're loose. So just having one complete for myself is kind of cool. I have the loose one, but now I have a complete one. Probably the best thing in this lot would be a complete Gunstar Heroes. A lot of his Genesis games he just never touched, and I thought I cleaned it, but it looks like I didn't. Still a bit dusty because it was just sitting in a box in an attic somewhere. A lot of nice little things I'm going to play with. I'm just going to be trading off to get. I'm more of a Super PlayStation guy, so that'll be that. But yeah, this was just really nice. There was one other thing that had, and I want to share this one last. He had a couple of loose games. He couldn't find the cases for Quake, Mr. Bones, which I had never heard about until when I saw it and I looked it up. Old disc, and another sports game. But what really caught my attention was these. There's two of them, and I didn't know what they were. I thought they were blank discs, or actually I know they had writing, but I figured they were maybe burnt games or whatever. I've never seen these before. I did a little bit of research after I bought them because he gave these to me because he didn't know what they were either, or he didn't remember what they were. And I did a little bit of research online, and I ran into these are prototypes or also review copies they sent out to reviewers back in the day. So they may look like regular discs, but they're actually not, just because of the way they're set up. Two-sided, a little bit of information. There is some protection on it, so you can't just play it in anything. But there's two of them, and that was like, okay, I wonder what these are. So this one had a Frog P period. Then this one has BL period Heroes. So I kind of figured this one was just by the symbols, Blazing Heroes. This one I didn't know what it was. Frog P. So pop it in my Saturn. Not reading, okay. Pop it into my computer, maybe I could see the files. And it's auto boots. It's actually a PC game. This one is Fractured Fairy Tales Frog Prince. If you don't know Fractured Fairy Tales, it's back from the Rocky and Bullwinkle show. So this was actually I think it was a Scholastic video game about a frog prince. Don't know. Just started it, didn't play it, whatever. But this one on my Saturn worked perfectly. Blazing Heroes. So this is pretty cool. I haven't played through it yet. I just did the first couple of minutes just to see if I noticed anything. I'm gonna pop this in, sit there for a couple hours, and play it against the original and see if there are any changes. Because this is a prototype disc, meaning it was probably right before they went into printing. So that's another pretty cool thing. So overall, yeah, this was just nice. And for me, it's more the history and learning about the guy, talking about the guy. He showed me some of the stuff he worked on, and I'm grateful. We're actually friends nowadays. I'm not going to be doing these type of videos very often, just because there's people who do it a lot better. They have thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. You can go check out Secret Game Stash. You can follow Pixel Vault on Instagram. Those are guys who get constant waves of stuff. I just get random things. You know, sometimes they might be cool, sometimes they just may be things I can sell. This was just really, really nice, and I was super grateful the guy came in, not just for the games, but for the experience. And hopefully one day I can get that jacket, Letterman jacket too. But thanks guys for watching.